Now we're over here in Galaxy International. These guys over here, they have a parent workshop. It's all about parents right over here. They're here to talk about the problems that kids face and how to actually go by with them. So we may have a lady over here. You said you're a parent over here, and at the same time you're an administrator in the school. What's your name?
My name is Margaret Naimanye.
Okay, speaking about the workshop here, why did you have to organize a workshop, you as an administrator in the school?
As a school, we felt that we not only need to educate our children, but we also need to support our parents in the best way to bring up their children as responsible citizens. We emphasize global citizenship. We would like to have well-behaved children, and we believe in building a well-rounded child. And we believe that it's not only at school, it also begins at home. So if we work together with the parents, we believe that we can really build a strong child.
Oh, yeah. Speaking about the workshop, is it the first time it has been happening in the school, or you've been doing it the past few years?
We've been doing workshops since I think last year or the year before, and every year it gets better. Of course, today we are honored to have Dr. Sabrina and Dr. James, and we believe that, as I say, it's getting better. And the parents are really happy with it. The turn-up is good, and they're all happy to be here.
Okay, speaking of, you as a parent right now, because you told me you do both. Your parent have a child over here.
Three, actually.
Three.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you as a parent, what does this event really mean to you?
To me, as a parent, I've actually learned a lot today, and I think Dr. Sabrina was very comprehensive in her presentation. She started right from preconception and conception, telling us what we need to eat, the medicines we need to take, how we need to behave when we are pregnant. She went through to early childhood, to teenage, how to educate our teenage children. And she also taught us about how to behave as parents in the home and how to support our children by our example to them. So I believe that if we don't give a good example to our children, it's going to show. So our relationships as parents is very, very important. We also need to be there for our children. We don't need to really be absent parents. And our students will pick up from us, our children will pick up from us in future. Yeah.
There's so many parents who actually tend to dictate or take over the rights of the kids, their kids who are at home. They stop them from doing what they really love, and they think for them, they're like, I want you to do this. They forget that these guys also have a right to decide what they want to do. What do you have to tell them?
These days, when we were kids, of course, some people were spanked, some people were told off so strongly by their parents. But in this era, we need to negotiate with our children, and they understand more than we think. We sit down, and if you actually talk to your child, you'll be surprised. They will understand, and you'll get a better result than if you're heavy-handed on them. So that has been quite a takeaway, actually. There have been people raising the issue of spanking, spare the rod and spoil the child, etc. But it actually doesn't work. You actually need to sit down with your child, talk to them, tell them the dangers of this and that, the benefits of this and that, and they will understand.
You as a parent, how do you handle your child? Because there's so many people watching you right now, they're like, how we are call out you, we're like, because they really want to know. How do you handle your kids at home?
Well, first of all, you need to understand children are different. I have 3 children. They're all different. You need to, like I say, you need to sit down and talk to them, and you need to learn which approach is best for a child. For some of them, the consequence works better. You're not going to get money for break. That will affect that child more. For some of them, you can insist and they will listen. For some of them, you really have to sit down and talk to this child. My last born, Edward, when I take him to the doctor, you cannot hold him to get an injection. You can't. You have to take a spare 2 or 3 minutes and talk to him about why he needs that injection. And he'll say, okay, mommy, finally. But if you try and fight with him, forget it.
African parents, if you don't want to do it, you do it by force.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, we're still going on the best show. We're over here in Galaxy International. It's a parents' workshop over here. If you've never had such an event in a school, teachers who are watching right now, and teachers, please do that event, because at the end of the day, it brings closer to parents. They actually teach on how to handle your child at home, because so many of you parents out there, you mistreat your kids, but you don't know these kids also have rights. and this is what they've been trying to talk about here in the workshop. Bila on the best show, we're still here in Galaxy International. My name is Christopher.